One word. One hypnotist, Chris Jones. Chris Jones. One word. Chris Jones.
Bob, how's it going, buddy?
So I was in California last week visiting my brother. He lives in Livermore, which is right outside of San Francisco. And they were watching America's Got Talent. And I said, you know, one of my good friends was on America's Got Talent. And they're like, baloney. And so we pulled up and watched your video on YouTube on their TV. So it's pretty cool to be hanging out with my buddy Chris while I was in California.
That's humbling.
My niece, who is turning 13 this week, said, "That's cool. How do you know him?" And so we kind of got off into the, your first radio interview you ever had was at my radio station, and how you went to school at UWL, and how we kind of built a friendship on that. And it was kind of neat to be able to to talk a little bit about you while I was hanging out with family.
I definitely remember that, and we remember how nervous I was. I'm happy that we've been friends ever since.
Yeah, kind of weird. I mean, it's really weird the way that friendships work. I think. I mean, sometimes you think, how does that friendship work, or how is that person going to be, whatever.
Yeah.
And if because it's not even like it was any effort at all. You know what I mean? So what else man? What's going on? What's new in life? We do our monthly talk. What's new to BS about?
I'm looking to buy a house with my wife on Valentine's Day. Like, we will sign the paperwork on V-Day.
It's so funny. That's when we close on our house too, is on Valentine's Day.
Oh, dang. That's awesome. That's
just so that way we'd be able to remember the date,
Yeah.
So where's the house going to be?
Cool
close to where you guys are living?
It's not far. The nice thing is it's about 20 minutes to her parents' place and 20 minutes to my dad's place.
Okay.
As we're moving forward and hoping to have kids, we'll have babysitters pretty close.
Oh yeah, that's always an important thing to do, is to have babysitters.
Hey, Dad, I got to run off. You're watching the kid, right? Cool.
What made you decide it's time to start a family and to do all this stuff?
Well, we're both 33, so I mean, let's get at it. And we want to have two. We could adopt a third, consider being foster parents and keeping the kid. So, we like each other. Why not throw a baby into the mix so we can never sleep?
How will that be being an entertainer? I'm
slowing down from road shows, and I'm going to try and see if I can do more sit-down theater shows.
Oh.
So I put money into a place. I have it for the weekend. I do 2, 3, 4 shows, and then I'm free the rest of the week. Or sit down and do some work from home, like on YouTube. Be one of those people.
Can you make money doing that?
Yeah.
Now, when you talk about, so you're saying a theater, so basically you rent out the theater and then it's your take then?
Yeah, pretty much. I could sell something, I could sell drinks, and all the money comes back to me and the Teamsters that hold the lights in place. Okay. So what made you think about that, doing it that way? I just want to be home. I don't want to be an absent father or an absent husband. And the hardest part of the gig is getting there. Traveling's not really fun anymore. Uh-huh. I mean, I do like my alone time. I like my podcast, but if I just had a sit-down show, it'd be a lot more fun. I could put more into it. The production value would go up. So where are you performing this month? I just came back from Eugene, Oregon. I performed in Coos Bay, and then I was in El Paso, Texas, but I drove into New Mexico, and then Philadelphia, and then likewise, I actually performed in New Jersey, and then flew into middle of nowhere, South Carolina, and performed at Clemson University. Huh. So I hit 4 corners of the nation in 4 days. In 4 days? Wow. Do you have a favorite venue? Favorite venue? Alaska is really exciting to perform. In terms of the 4-wall theater, no, I don't think so. Because theaters are fine. I performed at Mizzou University, beautiful room, and there's only 60 people in the audience. When the room holds 5,000 and 60 people show up, the room's not so beautiful. Is it hard to do a show like that? Oh, yeah. Ideally, you want to see the whole audience. You want to make eye contact with them for a second or a half second. So where are you going to this month? Anywhere new? Yeah, I'm going to perform in New York, which is pretty exciting. Oh, that's excellent. I'm going to film a little sizzle, which is kind of like a short pilot in New York on the 6th. And then the 7th, I'm in Flint, Michigan, where I will not take a shower. I'm not going to drink the water. Find entertainer and hypnotist Chris Jones at hypnotistchrisjones.com.
The One Word Chris Jones Podcast, a podcast for hire production.